Alright, I'm getting ready to make our pie crusts for our pecan and pumpkin pie for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I've got a helper here. He's in charge of the puffy sparkles and shaking that thing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I've got butter, sugar, flour, salt, and ice water. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 2.5 cups of regular unbleached all-purpose flour in my food processor. I'm going to dust off the top a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put in the butter. This has been in the freezer for like an hour now, so it's really cold. And this is about 2 cubes worth of Kerrygold unsalted butter that I have cut up. I don't ever use shortening. Alright, and then I've got a teaspoon of sea salt. And then I'm going to put in a teaspoon of sugar. Actually, this is a sweet recipe, so I'm going to add in another teaspoon because I'm using this for sweet pies. I'm going to make pecan and pumpkin. So then I'm going to put the lid on. Then I'm going to take off that thing because we're going to need to use that to put in our ice water. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it on. Just going to let it go a little bit. Maybe I'll just pause it a few times. Okay, so we've it's starting to kind of bulk up a little bit, like it's starting to cut up the butter and all getting a little bit incorporated. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in just a little bit of water, a little very, very cold ice water. Are you okay, baby? Good. I'm going to continue to pulse it. Okay, you can see it's starting to cut up the butter and really incorporate it into the flour. So I'm just going to kind of let it go for a minute. Kind of overwork it. See, but it's not really clumping together, so I'm going to add a little more water in. And there's really, I'm just completely doing this by how it looks to me. Okay, this is good what it's starting to do. Because it's starting to kind of form a dough, which is exactly what we want. And how much water you put in is going to vary depending on like the weather and humidity, just that sort of thing. I'm going to check on it because it's getting loud. Oops. Okay. All right. So it is definitely forming a dough, and it's still a little bit like on the outside. It's a little bit floury, so I'm just going to kind of mix it up just a little bit because there's still some down here that's not really, you know.
But Mama.
Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more water in. Not much, just a little bit more.
Mama.
And
Mama.
just a minute. Put the lid on and let go. There we go. That's what we want there. And there we go. You see that? Made a nice, nice ball of dough. Probably if I let it go around a couple more times, it would pick this up too. But that's what we want. We just want one nice big ball of dough. So I'm going to separate this into 2 balls, and then I'm going to wrap them up in wax paper, and I'm going to freeze them for a ½ hour. Alright, so my pie crusts have been in the freezer for a couple of hours, and I'm ready to make my pies now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take them out and let them defrost a little bit. Alright, so the pie crust thawed out, and I've got one rolled out, and the other one I'm about to roll out. And it's about an eighth of an inch thick. I'm not really very artistic when it comes to this. I just try to make sure it's bigger than the pie plate, and it's not too thick, and it's pretty even. Mine don't turn out nice and round, but I'll just cut off the edges, and it'll take. Sorry about that, I ran out of room on my camera, so I had to delete some things. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this into my pie dish, and I'm going to try to do it one-handed as best I can. So basically I just fold it in half and unfold it in the pie dish, and then got the other one that has my pumpkin or my pecan pie in it, and basically I just trim and pretty up the edges, and this one is going to be my pumpkin pie. And that is how you make an all butter pie crust.